I'm from the Bronx. I grew up in a household where we didn't have a lot of money. And I got this scholarship to this prestigious boarding school in Connecticut, which was going to give me this great opportunity to get a really great education. I thought I was prepared for it in a way. I mean, I was excited to go. I didn't go there kicking and screaming. But when I got there, I mean, it was a complete culture shock. Coming from a predominantly Black and Latino environment to one that is white and extremely wealthy, like obscenely wealthy, was a lot for a 13-year-old poor Black girl from the Bronx to sort of take in and then try and navigate. I dived right in. I was already first semester. I was on honor roll. I got elected to student council. I was on the sports teams. I had lots of friends. On the surface, I looked like I had it pretty together, but inside, I was having like a clash of civilizations. I assumed that because those kids were rich, they were smarter than me. Something clicked eventually my junior year where I realized from being in the school for 2 years and getting to know all these kids, it was like, hey, wait a minute. Sometimes the richest kid in school is the dumbest kid in school. And if that's the case, then one of the poorest kids in school could be the smartest kid in school. Now, I wasn't the smartest kid, but I wasn't a dummy. Anyway, that really shook my whole kind of understanding of like, oh, wow, wealth can provide security and wealth can provide access to things, but it cannot make you smarter. Once I realized that, it was like my inner world and my outer world synced. And then I didn't have an inferiority complex. And the thing that my grandmother had always taught me, which escaped me for those first couple of years I was at school, was that no one's better than you and you're no better than anybody else. Once I cracked that code, it was like, oh, wait a minute. I was like liberated from this feeling of unworthiness. And then I got on high honors. That's the year I got into Yale. That is the transition that actually really set me on a path that I'm on now, even though I never thought that I would be an actor or writer or in anything like in terms of entertainment. It still set me on my path. As you get older, you start to have a more realistic view of the world and life and the ups and downs, and you have the experience. But then that experience and that knowledge tends to undercut your faith sometimes. Sounds counterintuitive, but it does. If you can kind of mesh the two of those things, it's on. It doesn't mean that you're not going to feel doubtful or insecure, because those, like, I can't get rid of that shit. That's the story of my life. I haven't mastered it. I don't think I ever will, but it's getting easier and easier to get myself out of that funk so that what's going on inside of me and what's going on outside of me are on the level and there's no imbalance. That's my quest in life, is to sort of match the two.